Practice problem. Explain how monopoly arises and distinguish between single price monopoly and price discriminating monopoly. Monopoly arises mainly for two reasons: no close substitutes, barrier to entry. Monopoly arises when the firm produces a product for which there are no close substitutes. So consumer has no choice but to buy that product. Second main reason for the monopoly to arise is barrier to entry, which means any constraints which restricts the entry of new firms into the industry. It could be cost related, which is called natural monopoly, in which a firm produces and sells a product at lowest cost than all its competitors in the market. It could be legal barrier to entry like public franchisee, government license, patents and copyrights. The third is ownership barrier to entry, in which a firm controls the resources required in the production process. Monopoly is of two types: single price monopoly, in which each unit is sold at the same price to all customers. Second is price discriminating monopoly, which means different units are sold for different prices not related to cost differences. What is the source of the monopoly for which of the following situations? What sort of barrier to entry protects these producers? The US Postal Service has a monopoly on first-class mail delivery. The US Postal Service derives its monopoly status by a government franchisee to deliver first-class mail. So the US Postal Service is protected by a legal barrier to entry. Though it retains its franchisee on first-class mail delivery, it faces competition from the overnight services provided by FedEx, United Parcel Service, and others. De Beers controls about 80% of the world's diamond sales. De Beers gained its monopoly power in diamond sales by buying up supplies of diamonds from sources throughout the world. So De Beers is protected by an ownership barrier to entry. Tampa Electric is the only electric utility company supplying power to Tampa, Florida. Tampa Electric has been granted a public franchisee to be the only distributor of electricity in Tampa. Although Tampa Electric might be a natural monopoly, the public franchisee, a legal barrier to entry, is perhaps the most immediate source of monopoly. True or false? The following list has 5 different firms: a department store in a large downtown Houston shopping mall, Tiffany, the upscale jeweler, Walmart, the only shoe shine stand licensed to operate in St. Louis Airport. The last is the US Postal Service. Which of the 5 firms are monopolies? The large shopping mall in downtown Houston is not a monopoly because there are many similar stores and malls nearby. Tiffany is not a monopoly because there are many other upscale jewelers. Walmart is not a monopoly because there are many other similar retailers. The only shoe shine stand licensed to operate in an airport is a monopoly. The US Postal Service is a monopoly when it comes to first-class mail. Which of the firms are natural monopolies and which are legal monopolies? Which can price discriminate, which cannot, and why? The shoe shine stand and US Postal Service are legal monopolies. These two firms can price discriminate because the services they produce cannot be resold. These are multiple choice questions.